Good evening. It's been a time of grief and turmoil for the Kapur family. Sunjay Kapur, the man who helmed a 30,000 crore mobility tech giant, passed away suddenly in London this June. The coroner's report confirming natural causes. But even in mourning, the family finds itself battling another storm. A sudden death, a family feud, and a legacy at stake. Sunjay Kapur is no more, but the battle over his empire is only beginning. Today, his sister, Mandhira Kapur, speaks out, and she joins me live here on India Today. Mandhira, thank you for your time here. You have just lost a brother, yet you're also fighting a very public battle. How do you balance grief with the pressure of defending your family's dignity and rights?
We've actually not been allowed to really grieve properly because we've gone into during the 13 days of when we should be in mourning and really being, able to do what we're meant to do. We've learned a lot of disturbing things have happened. A lot of disturbing news has come out. So we've not really been able to grieve. My mother's still confused. We are still confused about what happened, how it happened, and how over 13 days we've lost everything. Not only our brother, but everything. Everything my father worked for and built for my mother, everything my brother carried forward. We've lost everything.
And Mandira, with your brother's sudden passing, a vacuum has opened at the top of a 30,000 crore company. Do you believe there are vested interests trying to exploit this moment of vulnerability to wrest control of Sona Comstar?
I think it's visible what is going on. I think it's visible that instead of letting the family grieve, everyone's worried about the money and all of that. Everyone's forgotten the legacy, forgotten that my mother's still alive, forgotten that there is a family that exists. We're three women left alone. Just because we don't have any men left does not mean we are weak and does not mean that we get thrown out. That's what's happened. Is we've been thrown out because we're three women left. But my mother is the one who stood behind my father when he built this company. We three children were a part of it. We're a part of this legacy, and today we have nothing left. And it seems that it's become more about the money, less about the family and the legacy because we're three women left.
You know, your, you have also said that your family is facing attempts to take away what rightfully belongs to you. And you've just said that there are three women who are left in the family now. Who specifically are you referring to? And what is the nature of this challenge to your inheritance?
It's not about my inheritance. It's about my mother who's alive. My mother who is the head of the family who is being treated as she's nothing. It's not about my inheritance. It's not about my sister's inheritance. It's about what my father did and wanted to achieve, which is my father left everything to my mother. My mother should have everything with her today while she's alive. She is the head of the family, but she's not even at the bottom. She's out. It's not about, this is the whole thing. It's not an inheritance battle. It's a legacy battle. It's a battle of the fact that the founder is still alive and that needs to be respected. It needs to be respected that she is the one who created this company with her husband. And that's what the problem is. Everyone's forgetting the legacy, forgetting the fact that my mother's alive. 13 days, my dad's entire life, my mother's entire life, us as a family has been washed away. We've already had such a great loss of my brother. My mother is still understanding and trying to come to terms with it. But you're telling her to come to terms with not only her son going, first it's been dad, her son, and now everything that she worked for, her husband worked for, this family stands for, has gone. So, her question is, how has this happened? Why is my son gone? How has anything happened? So it's baffling that the money is the only thing being seen. Inheritance is, it's everyone's forgetting the real person here who's my mother.
So you are standing by your 80-year-old mother. The question here is, Mandira, that how prepared is your family legally, financially, and emotionally to take this battle all the way if needed?
We're broken emotionally, but I've sworn to make sure my mother is secure. She may not have a son. She has a son in me in whatever way, shape, or form. Financially, we don't have anything. My mother has nothing. My sister and me are doing whatever we can. Um, we're lost, we're broken, and we still are going to fight for my dad's legacy. We're going to fight for this family. We're not going to let dad's hard work go down the drain. We're not going to have it happen. And I will be the son that's required to be now.
I've been speaking to your lawyer Geeta Luthra, and you have plans in place. What exactly is this fighting for legacy going to be like?
Honestly, I'm not going to say anything on that front. I think we're waiting for to see if an olive branch is extended to us in a right manner. We've asked to see everything that has happened in the 13 days. We're getting no answers. We want to know what my mother signed. We're getting no answers. So we're waiting and hoping, something happens. Or listen, we do what we have to make sure this family stays and my dad's vision goes forward. And that I'm very clear about. We'll wait and see if an olive branch comes. If it doesn't, we do what we have to.
And the olive branch has to come from where?
From, I guess, Sona Comstar, the legacy, whoever's taken it, whoever's involved in this, whoever's involved in taking this away from us, I'm sure they know who they are because we don't. We are being kept in the dark about everything. We just know it's all gone. We're not getting answers to anything. When we send an email, we're told my mother's email account is compromised. So we're just being cut off on every front. So we want to know who they are. Who is this bunch of people who think it's okay to walk away with everything?
Since you're not naming them, uh, Sona Comstar, that was built by your father, but it was expanded by your late brother. And what really has been the role of the family in Sona Comstar, your mother, you, and your sister?
Let me be really clear. Sona was built by my father and my mother. Um, Blackstone was brought in by a mandate by my father to say that when the other finance company leaves, they have to bring in someone who will not only invest and professionally run it, but will take it to IPO. Blackstone has done what they do, which is grow the company. Yes, my brother was leading my father's vision, but this would have happened no matter what. And I love my brother. And I know that be it him, be it me, or my sister was put there, the same thing would have happened. This was my father's vision. That's all that's happened. Yes, my brother was the face of the company. He led the legacy forward. That was his job as the son. But I don't know why claims are being made that the company was in financial challenges and all this. This is all rubbish. Look at the books, look at the financial papers. Everyone will know there were no financial problems. Yes, Germany was in it, but that's a subsidiary. It had nothing to do with the India company. So now trying to make claims that my sorry brother did all this. Sona is the brand that my dad created. Blackstone invested in the brand, who is my father. The Blackstone did what they do best, which is take companies to the next level to IPO. So yes, my brother was the face, my brother was everything, but it doesn't mean it goes away from the family. There should be no claim like that.
Okay, Mandhira, your mother has questioned the circumstances of her son's death. The coroner's report concludes that your brother died of natural causes, and they have given a reason as well. Why are you questioning it, and why is your family not ready to accept the findings of this report?
I'll give you a very simple answer to this. Anyone out there who has someone who's very fit, who does tests all the time, and we've grown up doing it every 6 months, who's never had a heart problem, who we were first told was stung by a bee, and that's what we believed, is now had a cardiac arrest, who would not question it? There's no sign of a bee in the autopsy report, but we were all told he was stung by a bee. Then suddenly there's a cardiac arrest when he's never had any heart problems. And from what I know, he had his heart check a couple of months ago, 3, 4 months ago, and came back as 40% of one of the arteries blocked, which is not a big deal. So how is this happened? I mean, we do want answers. We want answers on how it has happened because he didn't eat junk food. He didn't even eat ketchup, for God's sake. He didn't drink sodas. I mean, what someone needs to explain to the three of us women, how have you guys come to this conclusion? Show it to us. Show us his medical history. Show me that he's not been tested for what, a year, 8 months. Show that to us. Convince my mother that her son has first not died of a bee because that's what she believed and was shattered about that. Then it's gone to a cardiac arrest, and we're just supposed to say, oh, okay, he's 53, fit. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. No, we're not going to. It's not that simple.
So, who will tell your mother? If the coroner has already put out a report and your family is questioning it, you're not convinced with the findings, then how will you ask the UK government or UK investigators to go ahead with it?
I think we're still discussing how we're going to, but maybe we need to see some medical history for my brother to show me that he had some, because the what is shown is an enlarged heart, which does not happen overnight. So it's show me the last time he got his heart checked. Show us all the stuff. Let us be convinced that he died of this.
Okay. Mandhira, you were in a long legal battle with your brother over family matters, a case that eventually went against you. Looking back today, do you think that strained relationship has shaped the way people are now viewing your stand in this inheritance battle?
Honestly, I really don't care, because that's between my brother and me. It is something which was made public because that's what people love. I think the way he pulled out, nobody knows. Nobody knows that he did close it with me. Um, Whatever happened for whatever reasons is something I always thought my brother and me would sit down and discuss. We closed it very amicably. And I don't care what the world thinks. I know the relationship I had with my brother. I always thought we'd come back and be what we were. It's sad that this has been snatched away from me. And I let people judge. People judge all the time. It doesn't change the fact that we have had 40 plus years with an amazing relationship. And it's really sad that we've lost him. I've lost him and never got to make up with him. And I don't believe for one second that we wouldn't have gone back to what we were.
You wrote a very emotional post after your brother's death that for 4 years there was no communication. Uh,
Yeah.
how did the relationship go so south?
Because of the brand Sona. And that's when we started finding out about, I think it was 22, 23. Well, I started finding out about stuff. And I used to question my mother, and she used to say, no, there's nothing there. There's not, went back and forth only to find out that we were fighting about Sona, the brand, which my dad created. And the point is that I don't think that had we sat down and actually talked, we would have gone to the level we went. I think it was just, this is why I said it was egos. It was just both of us with an ego saying, let's see what he can do, let's see what she can do, which started really badly. And it was the stupidest thing to have gone down, because I think had we just sat down as adults and talked, and that's something my brother and me always had, was an ego, but we'd always find a way to make up. It's just sad that we let it go on for so long. I don't think it was as deep as what it became had we nipped it in the bud. And that's what really hurts today.
And what was your mother's reaction in those 4 years?
She wasn't happy, like no mother would be. We've been a very close knit family our entire life. We've never really fought. We never thought we'd be in court. I mean, for God's sake, it's unheard of. I think that was the toughest thing for my mother to go through, and I feel bad that she went through that, and our egos put her through that. And I think we both, in our own way, told mom that we would be okay. And we never, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's sad that we'll never be okay face to face. I know in our hearts we are, but we won't face to face. So yeah.
Your own company in the UK recently filed for bankruptcy. Critics, in fact, point to that while questioning your role in safeguarding the larger Kapoor business legacy. How will you respond to that?
It didn't go through bankruptcy. It's called insolvency, because I sold a stake of my company over here and we decided to close the subsidiary. Critics will say what they want. The reality is far from it. For me, my father and his legacy is way bigger than one insolvency. People, do insolvency all the time. It's not like they don't. It doesn't bother me. I'm innovating, and I'm taking my father's name forward anyway. I'm innovating in the UK, in automotive. So this is not something, again, these are not things that are going to really affect me or scare me or whatever. I've done what I've had to, and I'm okay with it.
And are you prepared for this kind of mud being thrown at you?
Listen, when it comes to protecting my mother, I'll have anything thrown at me. I'll take it on. I don't care, but my mother doesn't deserve what she's getting. She just doesn't deserve this. She's been put on a pedestal her entire life, and now she has no one. But I'm going to keep that pedestal. I'm going to keep on that pedestal, and I will assure you, I'll take anything.
Yes, just a couple of more questions here, Mandhira. At the time of the Sona Comstar IPO, you had approached SEBI. Why did you feel so strongly then, and how do you see that episode now in light of today's circumstances?
I think there were many reasons about why I felt so strong, which I wouldn't like to discuss because they are not something I discussed with my brother. So I don't want to discuss it today because he's not here. That was a personal thing between me and him, and I know he knows why, but we never discussed it. So I wouldn't like to, in respect to him, discuss it.
Okay,
Um,
yes, please
Sorry.
go ahead.
No, no, you were saying, go on.
Yes, what do you want to say to those who, as you put it, have been harsh on your family, and to the business world which is watching this entire saga unfold?
Put yourself in my mother's shoes, put yourself in my shoes, and tell me if you're willing to lose what you've seen your entire life, your parents and you work towards and for. Are you willing to see a mother as a daughter? Are you willing to? Is there no other daughter who would stand up and fight for their mother? And is there no other son who would stand up and fight for their mother? Is anyone in any world willing to give up a legacy which you've seen built in front of your eyes and always thought would go on and on and on? And answer that question for me.
And Mandira, did Rani Kapoor at any stage have a chat with her son uh, regarding inheritance and how the company shares should be split, and
No,
any
I think
will in place?
no, we've come from a background where we knew very clearly everything was willed to mum by dad. I think it was very clear that everything would go be divided three ways. We never questioned it. We never had a doubt about it. We all just trusted the process. Um, there was some talk about something for the grandkids, which was supposed to be done, but there was no this is not normal. This should has not happened according to what we're seeing is a little, it's shocking, it's baffling, it's hurting all of us. It's hurting my mom the most. So no, this is not something that they discussed or was going to be discussed, because it was very clear with dad. When dad was alive, he was very clear about this, about everything is going to mom. After that, mom will divide everything one third. That was how it was, and that was only after she goes in a will. And so there was no reason to question it when we sat on the dining table and had this discussion with dad.
When was that?
I think it was his will was done around 12:13, and we were all called, and it was the three of us, and dad and mom. It was five of us, and we were told very clearly that this is how it's going to work, because he never wants mom to be to suffer or to have to ask any of us for anything, was what he said. He said she is going to always be kept how I keep her, and she will always be the queen. And that was the clarity. And um mom was dad was very clear, if something happened to mom, he would, he's there, and he would do the same. Everything would go after him one third. So there was no question of any of this happening.
Mandira, there's also the other person in this mix, that is of Karishma Kapoor's children. When you
Yeah.
say grandchildren, does it also include her son and daughter?
My father and mother have been obsessed with their grandchildren, and Samaira and Kiana are always a part of this family and a big part of this family. We're very proud of them. We have a lot of love for them. I mean, dad used to dote on them, mom dotes on them. They're a part of our family, and they'll always be. I mean, there's no question about it. My brother doted on them, and now we have Azaris as well. Now there's seven grandkids.
And have you spoken to them recently?
Yeah, they come over. They've come and met mom. I mean, we're all together.
Um, the last question then, what will you tell everyone who's watching this?
Again, just think about what's right and what's wrong, and put yourself in our shoes and see what you would do. Are we really that wrong to say we want our legacy? We want to keep our legacy. Why is everyone thinking that because I had a fallout with my brother. This is about me. This is not about me. It's about my mom. It's about not coming to me. It's about everything going back to the rightful owner, who's my mother, who it was willed to, and it should stay that way. So, really, what I want to say is put yourself in my shoes and put yourself in my mother's shoes, put yourself in our family's shoes and see, are you okay with losing a legacy? That's really it.
All right, Mandhira, really appreciate your time here on India Today, and thank you for this conversation. Of course, there are several chapters that is going to unfold in this family saga, and we'll continue to track the story very, very closely.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching.
Thanks.